to Phasma and Giants, the Skyfi Entertainment podcast designed to entertain you. Captain Lee here, back again with more content. You lucky people, it's time for a preview. Yes, Maul Shadow Lord is here, so let's get hyped with what we know. There may be a few spoilers from the comic. I will try to be discreet, but I will include things that might please the Lawson League. Also, there might be things that please you, Rook Ring or Demon devotees, so stay tuned. Let's get started. Sam Witwer is the hype man of the show. He loves Star Wars and of course more, and he always gets it right with hype. He is the villain protagonist. He is not a hero, which is really instrumental to what happens in Rebels, and if they did, that would take away who Maul was. Like, what was Russell T. Davies playing with Belinda Chandler in season 2 of Doctor Who? I still love Belinda, but luckily that's not going to happen because they know what they're doing here. I love that we're going to see him wanting revenge against the Empire and some of these crime syndicates like the Pikes. And of course, he'll be dueling both Inquisitors at the same time. Genius! Sam has said about Maul's crew is full of colourful, interesting characters. In fact, let's read what he has to say. In Maul Shadow Lord, he has a crew of very colourful, interesting characters. For me, it was the promise that we were going to dig into more and answer the questions of how he changed so drastically into the Rebels version of the character. I feel like I know this guy pretty well at this point. He has the same type of feelings that you and I have, but he doesn't have the tools to express those. All he has in front of him are supervillain tools. Sam knows his character, so that gives him a strong chance of delivering in Maul Shadow Lord. And seeing him back in his Clone Wars era, not my cup of tea, but sticking with what Maul is good at, manipulating people and having allies that have the same beliefs. Witwer brings more than a decade of experience voicing Maul's role, and the intensity of an actor who has worked with Roland to explore Maul's interior life. This is what it says on one of the blogs. This is what helps the two and Maul, as if you have someone who knows the role, it's a merit to the show and it ends up working in their favour. Sam is also consultative producer on the show, and this is a good sign, especially with Sam's longevity in the Star Wars fandom, and he knows Maul well, so his ideas will give Maul a unique sense and allow him to collaborate with the writing team. There is so much exciting me about Maul's characteristics, so I will stop there for now. Keen Alon is definitely going to be one of the ones to watch because Zevon Zara is a Jedi Power in training who is hiding on Genex after Order 66 and will be seen as struggle to survive, but she's seduced by Maul as he discovers she is useful to his plans. She has a vibe that she trusts Maul from the last trailer and fair dues, as I am intrigued to see where the trust is, but the writing team have hinted she has to make a decision between Maul and Iko Diodaki, her Jedi Master, in a tug of war. My question is, which I am going to answer in the series discussion, is who will Devon's heart lie with at the end of this series, Maul or Iko? Matt Missionovitz, legend, has said Maul and Devon is one of the more important relationships in the series, and we're excited for fans to see it. This is not going to go the way you think it is. I can see it going either way. I don't know what, but following the series will make it more clear for us. There are multiple ways it could go, and they're all great choices, so hopefully they won't go wrong. Maul has a droid called Spybot, and as far as I have heard, a bit of a troublemaker, or as Sam says, a jerk, which we love about with our droids in Star Wars. Young, Chopper, R2, R5, etc, etc. Let's talk Captain Mando Lawson. This guy gives me deja vu, as I explained back in my trailer discussion. I don't think that trailer helps. Why do I feel we're going to have another Nero situation no matter what? Hopefully I'm wrong. If you have listened to my review of Shadow of Maul issue 1, spoilers if you haven't, you will see this guy is confident and does try to make things right. He is suspicious of everyone on Genex, especially the police force. Ragnar the Mirror has always sold it as Mando with his opening lines in the recent trailer. Don't forget Richard Yoradi as Two Shoes, his lone droid, because he, in the comics, is actually iconic, but I can't wait to see what Richard does with Two Shoes. Watch out for Riley Lawson, as we know less about him, so Charlie Bushnell can easily surprise, so keep on watching. As Sam has said, looking for more, he has the leadership qualities to keep a small collective loyal to his cause. Maul's newest crew consists of Steve Lum's Icarus, a Cyberpunk Nightmare, And there is Scorn, equals his brother. I don't know much about either, but hopefully will as the series comes through. Plus, an unnamed Mando, and of course, the one-liner stealer, Miss Rookcast. And why? The first clip has to say this iconic line, I guess we should do as he says. She is representing the ladies, and after the disappointment of female villains recently, she's likely to be the solution. So hopefully, fingers crossed, Rook can get the girls back into contention. The Inquisitors are going to be scary, and that's a good sign when it comes to Mark, as I do feel he's a bit of a joke in Ahsoka. Finally, in 2026, 3 years later, they're using him to his full potential, and I feel the Inquisitors sometimes are disposable. But will I change my mind? I can't wait to see him and the 11th brother, aka the Crow, not a Raven or Quantum Shade, which is still haunting, in action. Mark's voice is so chilling. This is what Brad Raw says about Mark. Mark, in particular, he moves really slow, like a horror monster, and then he moves really fast. Also like some kind of apparition. And so we just played with all of that fun stuff. It's just too much fun. Interesting to see what happens when Gen X is invaded by the Empire, as the trooper seems to be fighting all these groups, the Gen X law enforcement and Maul gang. So that is going to be a moment. Master Iko Diodaki has me intrigued. What will he do? He doesn't trust Maul, or does he? Dennis Haber will deliver as the Jedi Master, and his first vocals in the trailer sound promising. Let's talk more Krim, alluding that he was in the Clone Wars after the trailer, so it's good to use these characters from the Clone Wars, and more characters towards the underworld, which is a theme recently. What about Mr. Lucifer? What I can say is, he will have a presence in the comics. What mistake I made was potentially exposed on page when I was searching for the information for my review, but I might have forgotten it. Won't see it anymore, but he's definitely someone to watch. Dave Filoni is responsible for the series as he's part of the crew. Yes, King. But he had to leave to work on Ahsoka series 2. Expect for little Easter eggs gone for good reason. He sent a mandate to the Maul team. I want to elevate everything originally. I want to elevate the animation. I want to elevate the backgrounds, the cloth sim, the effects sim, body mechanics, all of that. Dave is right. And we should expect that with Ahsoka Series 2, and Jon Favreau has done the same in The Mandalorian and Grogu. George Lucas has inspired this series. If you don't know, Mr. Lucas is the creator of Star Wars. Matt Smith has said, we wanted to create an action-packed real ride, something that had the rush of a roller coaster, so we do a lot of homages to the classic series of the day, which gave George Lucas the inspiration for Star Wars. And we've got the perfect character to drive us through this in Maul. Let's talk Gen X. It's 1 part Gotham, 1 part Metropolis, and 100% Star Wars with all these different levels and layers, says Matt Mitchell. It's a city essentially built into a crater on this planet that is untouched by the Empire. It's got a functioning democracy and law enforcement doing a good job of policing their own community. It's a rich environment for crime and gangsters, but so far there's been a very peaceful accord between all of them in the interest of business. I love this description as it's showing what Gen X is representing and it's functioning well, but loads of crime sets from Pikes to Moles and of course, someone else. Ooh. They've hinted that the show will have a family vibe like the Bad Batch, but the darker side does intrigue me. The Kindness are back, with Kevin joining the previously announced Dina and Sean, and if you're a fan of The Kindness, we're definitely in for a treat. There are 2 clips, Maul and his crew taking on law enforcement, and Maul versus Iko Jodaki. I love the first clip as it makes lots of iconic moments, like Maul coming out of the ship and causing violence. The second one is confusing, to be honest with you. I have been reading comments and even I'm still confused. I know Devon is attacked by Rock, but the question is, did she get on Maul's ship? She could have, and I thought I saw her before I started asking her. Second, what was Iko communicating with Devon? I don't know, but the clip has been growing on me. I do have a lot of hope for this, as most of the dark shows I've watched recently are brilliant. I say it's been like Akbar all along, which was a unique show. I do have a feeling this will demolish all the disappointment of 2025 and give me hope, as last year the 2 main shows just didn't have the full package, but Matt Mitchell's Tales of the World delivered when it was needed. If Matt and Favreau can get together with the development like what happened in the Bad Batch, we're in business, and it passes the gauntlet to Mando and Grogu. But they have announced a second series. I'm happy as that puts a little bit of pressure off in the finale. I feel Yvette Motel, who is in charge of Lucasfilm stuff, has hinted there could be a delay due to unannounced Star Wars products, which makes it bittersweet, but we're getting more Star Wars. But I'm hoping they're able to deliver with more. Stay tuned on this podcast for more shenanigans regarding Maul, as it's going to be alright. Are you happy about the announcement? Or are you excited for more? Let me know in the comments down below. If you like this episode, please hit the like button, click the subscribe button, and turn on notifications to stay up to date. Next time, it's day return time. This won't be the last time this year I speak of him. Yes, Ahsoka fans, as I talk about his TV series in Doctor Who with Billy Piper and my first proper series. And am I nice? Yes, Monk companions, I am nice, as you will hear. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Stick around for the 10 weekly 5-minute reviews for more Shallow. Thank you for listening, and I will see you next time. Goodbye, everyone.